What's up, guys? You know who it is. It's your boy Kenny with JDM Muscle, and today I'm working on the Subaru Sti. So today I'm going to be installing the Grimmspeed 3-port boost control solenoid. The car comes stock with a 2-port on it. Recently, 5th gear, 6th gear, under full boost, the car has been breaking up, backfiring, and throwing a code. The code is the boost solenoid. It's just not holding boost. When I did the external wastegate, I knew I should have probably changed the part out. I didn't, so now I'm having to do it. The part was $113 from Grimmspeed. That's with shipping. It's a pretty easy install. They said 15 minutes. That's without an external wastegate, so this might make it a few more extra minutes, but I'm going to show you how easy it is. So far, all I see is it's just a 10mm tool, so let's get started. Alright guys, so the area we're going to be working is right around here. This is where it's normally placed. Now mine's a little bit different this time because of the Cobb airbox, and I do have an oil pressure sensor right here. Not every car is going to have that, so it is going to be a few extra steps. So right here, there was a 10mm bolt. I did pull out. I was just trying to save a little bit more time. I did find a 10mm bolt underneath here, underneath my oil pressure sensor. I'm going to have to remove that one. It looks like after that I might have one more, and then I'm to the piece. I'll show you once I get to the piece. Now remember to always disconnect your battery. I disconnected the negative ground. Alright guys, so the one bolt actually has a Phillips screw. Makes it available so I can actually just screw this other one off.
Look at now.
So just like that, this one is off. Alright guys, so I just got this one off. I'm going to pull the screw out. Take this bracket off and just save it to the side for later. So now that that's off, it looks like I am free to see the boost control solenoid. I'm going to start taking that off. Alright guys, so I am trying to pull this up as far as I can. I'm going to put a glove just on this end so it doesn't scratch up my airbox. Now right under here, I'll show you real quick. There is my boost control solenoid right here. First bolt came off very easy. Let's get that 10mm. Loosen up that other side, and this nut's going to come off just as easy. That's off. Now you are going to have to unhook this one plug, or this one sensor, I mean. Alright, now that we've got the plug off, let's just pull this piece off. Just like so. The piece is off. Alright guys, now to the next part. Now that I have the boost control solenoid pulled off and ready, I had to track down, because I do have an external wastegate, I did have to print off the directions. As you can see, it does explain with the 3 ports, 1, 2, 3, where each one's going to go. It looks like 2 is going to go to the external wastegate itself, which is actually going to the top of the turbo right now, but I'm going to pull it from there, and I'll be able to hook it right to port 2 on the boost control solenoid. Now as for the top, as you can see in the picture, the external wastegate is just going to vent to atmosphere. Now as for, let's see, the intake inlet is right here. This is already ran into the bottom of the stock boost control solenoid. So I'm just going to be able to pull that out and click it right onto 1. And then as for 3, which goes to the top of the turbo, I am going to have to cut a new line, which they do give you 60 inches of line. Alright guys, now depending on how big your hand is or if you don't have much space, I don't have much space, I'm going to take a long flathead and help pull those hoses off of the stock boost control solenoid. Alright guys, so I finally have the stock boost control solenoid off. Just an old Denso Japanese part. Now let's put the other one on. Alright guys, for the next spot, once you pull it off the top of the turbo, I measured out, I've probably got an 18 to 20 inch piece I had to cut that I'm going to wiggle through, connect to the top of the turbo, and this is going to go to port 3 on the boost control solenoid. Alright guys, let's try to weasel this new piece in. It is tight. I would recommend doing this on a car that's not hot. I unfortunately did just drive mine, but that's okay. Now remember, if you have clips, clip everything back on, or at least zip tie everything on. I have a lot of leftover clips, so I'm going to try to clip everything, but if not, at least zip tie, guys. Alright guys, I'm now ready to put the boost control solenoid back on. I've got all 3 hoses ran. Here's the first one, the third one, and then the second one being off the external wastegate. So let's hook everything up. Alright guys, let's get everything hooked up. Okay, so 2 intake inlet. 1. Boom, that one's on. Alright guys, I'm going to put these 3 on real quick, zip tie them on, that way I'm not fumbling around. Alright guys, now that I have all 3 hoses hooked to the boost control solenoid, I got snapped back on, tightened on, let's put it back together. Just follow the steps that you had taken everything apart. I got to put the 3 bolts back in. That's it. I'll fire the car for you guys, and that's how easy it is. Alright guys, just like that, got her back together. Pretty easy tool wise, 10mm, a flat head just to pull on some of the hoses. I was able to get a Phillips in some of the other hard to reach places. Installation, depending on if you're rushing or not, you could probably get it done 20 to 30 minutes by yourself. Granted, I had my daughter running around in the back and trying to make a video, but that's it. 3-port boost control solenoid installed. Alright guys, now my favorite part of any part installation is starting the car up. So let's fire it up. Alright guys, well there we go. Another successful install. That was the Grimmspeed 3-port boost control solenoid. Now this part does require a tune, so tomorrow morning we'll head back out, get a new retune on the car. First, second gear should hold boost better. That's at least what the part says. Throughout all range, it should hold peak boost better. So I think that if you're going external wastegate, or if your plans are ever just to turn up the boost, the 3-port Grimmspeed boost controller is probably a good idea. It's something, boost solenoid, it's probably a good idea to invest in for 113 bucks. Easy installation, and it might save you a headache of having to do it down the road. So I hope this was informative, guys. Thank you, and ask what you want to see next.